going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I already know for a fact that everybody who hates me, who hates this channel, is going to have a field day when it comes to this video. But obviously, for anybody who's been following me for a long time now, you know I speak the truth, and if I'm wrong on something, I will happily come out in a minute and change my stance on the topic. And ladies and gentlemen, I was completely wrong about Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I have to be real with you guys. The omni-movement looked absolutely disgusting when I first witnessed it. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but the person who initially got the first leaks out there, again, I'm not trying to be mean, dude, but man, oh man, it didn't do the best of jobs when it came to showcasing everything within the game and how it's going to play, especially when, you know, better and more experienced players start picking it up. You know, I really wanted to see the skill gap within this game because realistically, as you guys already know, this is the biggest selling factor of this game. It is. Whether you want to believe that or not, this is going to be what differentiates Black Ops 6 from every single other Call of Duty game and makes it a staple, you know, in itself. But, again, when I first saw it, I'm like, wow, this is bad, you know? I personally, in the beginning, didn't even think that you can ADS while you dolphin dive. I really didn't. I thought, like, it's like they're adding in this really cool movement. You can dive in all different directions, but I can't even, like, properly engage. It's going to be gimmicky. It's going to be stupid. The only useful thing would be able to run backwards so I can look behind me while obviously continuously keeping up my pace. But man, guys, I was wrong. You could probably see the leaks all over Twitter. I mean, you have people like Charlie Intel posting them all the time recently. Sometimes they get taken down, but if not, they're on his page still. But like I was saying, this movement doesn't disappoint. And it's going to be sad because a lot of the people who were dunking on me for enjoying the movement in X-Defiant and who want it nerfed to the dirt and absolutely can't stand the movement in that game, let me tell you something, Black Ops 6 might not be your game either. I'm very sorry to say. It looks absolutely insane, and it actually is precisely what I was imagining. You know, and I was worried that it wasn't, and when I saw the first initial leaks, like I said, it completely turned me in the wrong direction there. But yes, this is precisely what I imagined. You can dolphin dive in literally every single direction, and while dolphin diving, you can ADS. You can aim your gun. For the first time, I've been waiting for this feature to be implemented in a smooth fashion for ages now in Call of Duty. Nobody's ever touched upon it. Treyarch put it in the game. It looks so crispy. It looks so crispy. And there's basically, and from what I see, no movement delay. Now, personally, I feel like at some point in time, the casuals are going to complain enough to get them to add some type of delay to the dolphin dive and the sliding. But as of right now, and probably what we are going to play in the beta, yes, I mean, it looks like you can literally dive and get instantly back up. It's like, this is what I'm looking for. Nice, fluid movement. It's almost like you're working in like in water. You're working in waves. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting like, you know, jacked up or stopped from something. No, everything looks so smooth. Everything looks like it's supposed to be happening, and it's awkward because you never saw this before in Call of Duty, and we never seen something as clean. But seriously, this is clean. Along with the sliding, I'm not very sure if it's slide canceling in this game. From what I hear, it's a little iffy, but it's not like, you know, your Modern Warfare 2 2022 slide. And I have seen others say that, you know, it's probably going to change up. We'll see, but regardless, even with no slide canceling, again, it looks so freaking smooth, and you're able to keep that momentum up. You're not losing any speed. You're not having any major delays when it comes to getting into gunfights. And there's actually going to be attachments within this game that will allow you to have faster ADS speeds while dolphin diving, so you can hit even crazier plays. But this is what I was looking for, seriously, because like I said, there's not much for this game to really hype up or thrive off of. And that's going to be the sad reality of it as well. Let's be real here, right? This is probably the only thing that's going to help Black Ops 6 stand out and be such a unique, good game. I have to be real. Everything else just sounds like basic COD to me. It's just another Call of Duty game that people are going to have to sadly cough up $60 to $70 for. It's sad. And honestly, that's where Game Pass is really coming in for the Xbox players. You know, you guys are really lucking out here with that because you're going to get a lot of games on the catalog that you can play, along with basically getting Call of Duty every single year without having to officially pay for it. it makes it a lot better because nowadays I feel like COD should be free. With how it releases every single year, you guys know me. This game, if Black Ops 6 was going to last for 2-3 years, all of these things they're putting forth might be able to stick and be a lot more unique and interesting. People will look back on this game in such a way. But I guarantee it's just going to be a thing of the past. At some point in time, they're going to keep moving on and keep innovating, keep trying to change things around. You know, COD, we can never just stay in time just for a little bit with the Call of Duty game. We always have to push them away so quickly. And again, the sad reality of this overall franchise is the game's going to last like 3-4 months. It's how it goes every time around. And until we get this game on a 2-3 year life cycle of it being alive, active for multiple different years without another game dropping, I cannot imagine anybody having a longer attention span with Call of Duty unless they really innovate. And when I say innovate, I mean like huge gaps, like COD 4 and World at War up to Black Ops 1 Modern Warfare 2 status. You know what I'm saying? Like a ridiculous gap in content, you know, variety, good innovations, thoughtful innovations for what Call of Duty players want, you know, but it's hard to get that. You know, the franchise has been going on for how many years now, right? It's hard to get that. And it sucks because Black Ops 6, this might turn out to be a freaking stupidly good game, right? And it's not going to get the recognition. It's the same thing that happened with Modern Warfare 3, right? I enjoyed Modern Warfare 3 throughout the whole life cycle of the game. But since it has skill-based matchmaking, you know, and obviously COD is released every single year, every single thing that Sledgehammer has done is kind of brushed under the rug, and people play it for a few months. It was hyped up for a little bit. People enjoyed it, and then out of nowhere, out of the blue, as you know, I always say down in the comments section, I talk to you guys about it all the time, the comments switch up, everybody hates it. It's no longer enjoyed. And I spent pretty much the whole year, you know, keeping up with Modern Warfare 3, but I have to understand it, and I do understand it, you know? Again, the game has skill-based matchmaking. People don't really enjoy that. They don't want to deal with it, and neither do I. X-Defiant feels fantastic without it, and I believe a lot of other players think that as well. And also, again, the game releases every single year. People get tired of it, and everybody always moves on to the next thing. You know, COD always has a big drop. Everybody's ready for it. But it's easy to move away from, you know, because it's not really what it used to be back in the day. You know, they're keeping up with the franchise, but the hype, you know, it's not going to be lasting like for the full year. Everybody just wanting to grind it to death, right? People play it for a few months, they get their grinds, they'll get their camos, they might grind a few prestiges, and then another big game is going to drop somewhere, and then, you know, all the hype and all the focus is going to shift to that. You cannot deny the COD cycle. But minus the COD cycle, for players who are going to be keeping up with Black Ops 6, I gotta be honest, this movement, for me personally, is going to be a lot of fun to toy around with, and it'll be a big deciding factor for, you know, obviously me sticking around within this game. This was what I was hoping for. It really was. This was going to be the point if I was going to really want to grind out another COD game, or if I was just going to kind of, you know, dabble in it a little bit and just push it to the side because it's just another COD experience. But it seems like they stepped up their game when it came to this movement. They did put in a lot of work. Treyarch did, and I'm excited to try it out. But I'll tell you what, I am definitely expecting everybody to talk smack about this game for the whole year. I really am. And I don't know, Treyarch might egg the community. You guys know me. My mind is always open towards these games. Depending on how the development teams are going to work towards the end product, the end result, is how I'm going to show them respect. You know, Sledgehammer Games, they have done a phenomenal job throughout the whole year's life cycle, you know, and I really enjoy their work, and I praise them all the time, and I'll do the same to Treyarch if they want to keep that up. But if they ignore us and they treat us like Infinity Ward, where they go months without addressing massive bugs, and, you know, they keep us in the dark, and the game just turns to dirt in the multiplayer experience, we're going to have an issue, right? So a lot of these factors are going to dictate whether I really, you know, support the game, or if I'm gonna, you know, not really care for it too much and be salty with a lot of the, you know, the problems that Treyarch refuses to fix. But regardless, good job, Treyarch. Seriously, this movement is, it's outstanding. I honestly can't wait to get my hands on it because, you know, it looks so freaking clean. And I cannot wait to make a lot of people salty with the things that you can do up in this game. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, do me a massive favor, go down in the comment section, let me know what you guys think of the overall new, you know, movement that we saw here. Again, not what you saw initially when the first leak started dropping. Try to see if you can find the new leaks. Again, I don't have any that I can post, sadly, but, you know, Charlie Intel might have some on Twitter, or if you just log on to Twitter in general, they're pretty much everywhere. Just type in Black Ops 6 leaks, and you'll probably see it. But, you know, for those who have seen, you know, the more, you know, I guess, sweaty style version of this movement. What do you guys think? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's going to be annoying for the casual players? Or do you think it will be a nice in-between for everybody to go ahead and toy around with? But personally, I am actually pretty dang excited to try this out. And like I said before, I was wrong. I'm going to go ahead and eat those words. I was completely wrong about the movement. It actually looks extremely clean. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And as always, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I do stream on Twitch pretty much daily between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.